Hold on, let's go. There we go. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the 710 and Slickville Show. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710. We are back up in this thing once again. And we got True off up in this thing. Mr. 710, we are back up in this thing once again. And we got True off up in this thing. Turn that down. We are back up in this thing once again. And we got True.
What is happening?
All right.
I figured it out.
Try that.
My bad,
actually,
y'all.
hey, True, go ahead and join the Instagram now.
I did. I sent it.
Yeah, there we go.
I sent
That's how we're gonna make this
It's
thing
in
right. Boom and boom. All right, here we go. As soon as you hop on in here, we'll get you going. Yeah, you can hear me though, right? Mute your laptop.
What is happening? So many. I'm so annoyed. I feel like an untapped savvy person. There we go.
All right, we solid now.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, rock and roll then.
Yeah, we solid now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, we are back up in this thing. We had a couple technical difficulties, but we're gonna try to get this thing rocking and rolling for you, for everybody that is watching on Facebook. You get a chance to see True this week.
Hi guys.
Everybody's watching on Instagram. Y'all get the behind the scenes footage.
Jesus. Going blind, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. So look, today's show, we got a jam-packed show for y'all today. I'm excited about this show because we're going in a lot of different directions, but hey, it's all built. It's all meant to engage in some dope conversation.
Always.
And so we'll talk about how real is Atlanta, because it's a special place. It is a special place. Also, we're gonna talk about faking it. And this Mike Tyson on the plane situation. Along with, you know what, I got to beef with some cartoons now. But before we get into that, True, how you living today?
I'm doing great, man. I had like a blast of a weekend, like honestly. I've been doing a lot. But I definitely had a great time. I got to see some people that I haven't seen in a really long time. People actually saw that I actually exist outside of Instagram. They're like, oh my God, let me touch you to make sure you're real. But I got to see a lot of people. Shout out to my friend Gage, who just crossed Omega size 5 for top chapter here in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to him. He is the live 5 of that line. So congratulations to him as well as his LBs. That was kind of great to see. I even went to like this, it's called Folks on or Friends on Ponce. It was a gay bar, which was pretty dope. Amazing time, my God. But then I saw like something on TikTok, like these people had got in a fight outside, but this was after I had already left. But dude was like driving his car, and Shorty swung on him, but he was still driving his car. Like he was turned around, just like me, and ended up hitting somebody else's car. Then jumped out and then started fighting.
Wait, they was fighting in the car? Or
yes, the guy Shorty was in his car, and this gentleman reached over his convertible top, punched him. He reached up and was like, "My job." For those who can't see, I'm actually like fighting air, but there was a gentleman there. If I were actually acting it out, and his car was still rolling forward and smacked into another vehicle. I was just like, "What?"
Multitasking going wrong.
Listen, I'm just like with the dude in the passenger seat. I was like, where was your antennas if you weren't trying to steer the situation out the way? But outside of that, I went to a cute event yesterday. I think her name's Amon. she put up an event. It was called Foodies and Friends, and literally it was like Black-owned businesses selling food, they had dinners, they had drinks, they had bands, great sets. This one young lady, I don't know what her name was, but she hit this thing. You hear me? That child can sing. I was just like, oh my goodness. Okay, girl, I see you. I'm still into you. She was killing it with the Coco logo.
I saw the video.
Yeah, she was killing it, right? Then there was a hoop bus. Jay, they had like all like the photos of different like WNBA players. Like the bus was just loaded, and it was just so dope. The whole concept. The people are from LA that do a hoop bus, which I thought was an amazing concept. It was like it was kind of like being in a time portal for me because it reminded me of my old bedroom from when I was like in high school and junior high, and I had all my photos on my wall from Right Now and different like magazines, and it was just so crazy. I had like a lot of those photos, especially the photo with the dream team for the WNBA, like with Cheryl Swoops and Lisa Leslie. Yeah, literally, I was just like, oh my gosh, it was like being in a time portal, but it was so dope. The concept was lit. Outside of that, I just had like a great smooth little weekend. Hey Rob. Dope little weekend. Hey Julian.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, seeing those pictures made me think about like my college dorm. I used to collect Slam magazines, and so
yes, I couldn't think of the other one. I was like, Slam.
Yeah, look, I had so many posters. One of the dopest posters I had was the I had a George Gervin when he had the ice. That's one of the dopest posters ever made. And then the '96 draft class, the one with Allen Iverson and Kobe and all of those cats. Like that draft class, the picture that they took on the Slam magazine was
with the basketball. That was my favorite. Just holding the basketball. Man, look, memories. Oh, thank you. Who's that?
Taking it back.
Definitely. I have a question though. Since we're doing this new little situation, do I need to like mute the mic on the computer?
No. Let the mic. The mic is fine. The mic should be fine.
Okay, because it's gonna pick you up twice. Is what I'm saying.
No, we good. The way it's recorded is cool. Hey, K West for sure, 100%. Like it's hard to go wrong. Like if you messed up that draft, you failed for real. Like you failed.
Now I'm
the wrong class.
I'm almost scared myself.
But look, since you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and wish the girl. The girl is her birthday today. I want to say
happy birthday.
But I know she don't like this. I just want to thank man to wish you a happy birthday, girl. They hate this microphone, but this the microphone I use to fuss with them. Because it doesn't seem as mean. So I'm like, hey, boy, go ahead and put them. You gonna put your damn shoes on. I don't know why your pants look like that. I don't even like it.
I might need that. I think I might need that because people have been trying me all day. But yeah, happy birthday to her, definitely.
Every parent needs this microphone. It's like, you need to go over here and brush your hair. But stop taking so long. I don't know why it's inside. I don't like nothing about
this thing will alleviate all arguments in the household. Because you can't take the person serious. But it's just like they're saying what they need to say, but it's just like it lessens the blow. I actually like that. I might actually go ahead and get that when I talk to my mom.
I was like, y'all gonna make me go get the microphone.
Not gonna get the microphone.
Turn this TV off.
Turn the out.
Do homework and get that read, man.
I love it.
I get them every time. I sing happy birthday in that microphone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm just playing. Hey.
Look, extended version, give it up. Stevie.
Hey, listen, when I tell you That was pretty solid. Like that was pretty solid. Like I'm glad she had a good birthday. You know, her list. She had another one of those
again
lists. Yes. She wrote the epic list.
Did she like return some items back on that list from the last time?
You know what? It was like, I want a necklace with my name on it.
Okay, that's
I want
typical.
Bluetooth speakers. I want Bluetooth headphones.
That's
I was like,
typical.
but you have nothing to play it on, so you just have Bluetooth, nothing, like no sounds coming through your Bluetooth. So why do you need such things? She asked for some Jordan 12s. I'm like, fam. Your grades are straight, but your behavior is different.
They is not on the 12 mark. This is giving very much retro.
Some money for your birthday. We give you some money, but I don't know about Jordan 12s now.
Yes, the craziest stuff, man. I swear.
Like her list was easily about $800. If I got everything, it's probably about an $800 list.
Material girl.
$1,000 Christmas list. Now, this is the funny thing. So when I told you when she first got here, she lied to me about when her birthday was.
I remember.
Unprovoked. So she told me her birthday was second. I didn't see her paperwork initially, so I believed it until my wife told me that, you know, it was in April. And so I was just like, you know what? April was around. I should tell her that I'm celebrating her birthday in November. That would have been I know that would have been the worst.
That's
Captain
so petty.
Petty on the scene. Hey, Captain Petty on the scene. Like I'm getting ready to let you know that this is what's going on. Like, hey, so your birthday. I thought you told me that your birthday was. This is what I'm celebrating. And you can't have two.
You that little girl gonna have it out one day. Y'all's gonna hash it all the way out, and she's gonna love you for eternity.
I think she already does. You just don't know how to say it, and she don't know what it. She's kind of like, I like Mr. Jason, but I can't tell him because I still like my dad, and if I feel like I'm both of them, I gotta like one.
Get thug to the end.
But yeah, she be fighting like, I want to give him a hug, but it's gonna make me soft. And I'm a thug. I like chillin' and hot takis. Like I can't show that level of love.
I guess I'm ghetto because I definitely ate some hot takis today.
You like chillin'?
Huh?
It's levels to this. You can't like chillins and hot takis.
Oh, I don't do meat, man, and I don't even do that organ. I'm good. I've had it in the past. Like my mom was really good at cooking chitlins. Like she did it with the potatoes. So it didn't taste like anything. It really was seasoned well. Yeah. One time we did do it. I mean, cool. Load that bitch up with some hot sauce. But yeah, I don't eat those kind of things.
I don't even know these things.
It's somebody's delicacy. It's just not mine. I was like back in the day eating them sardines. Swear to God.
So this weekend we took the kids to the jump place, and your boy had been in trouble. Your boy had been in trouble since Easter, and I told he had been in trouble for like he tried to pull one. He looked me dead in my face, and hit me with a lie. He also hit somebody with 1,000 years of death. Like I said, y'all can Google that. 1,000 years of death. He got that move off on somebody. And I was just like, ooh. So, but the rule is, I don't want you touching nobody. I don't want you to touch nobody. I don't want it to be seen like you touching nobody. I don't want it to look like you touching nobody. Because if it seems like you're touching somebody and they say you did something, then you did it. Like I'm not gonna talk about what it looked like. If they said you kicked them and your feet wasn't on the ground, then you kicked them. I'm not ready to go back and forth because you would be right here in my face. So if you weren't touching him like you weren't supposed to, we could. Well, he was in that level of trouble in which I could not let him participate.
I mean, that's what it is. A punishment is a punishment. I mean, you out here acting crazy. It is what it is. I can't touch you, but I can prevent you from doing things that you like to do. Period.
Listen, I tell you, we got to get Aaron. He was sitting there and he was. I think he thought that I was gonna let him play.
Yeah, he thought you forgot. Absolutely.
He thought I was soft. He thought I was cocktail. He thought I was a little
Sean. Two-ply.
But I ain't. I'm not the two-ply. I don't even got the ripples. I am one ply. I am hardened. Look, I have been through.
We had a discussion about that recently. Like, do you just like one ply tissue?
If you go to somebody's house and they got one ply tissue, you need to leave. Break up, fam.
Is it safe to say that they are no longer your family or friends?
Yeah, it's over with. And so we sitting there, and the other three kids go play. And he and I'm sitting down working, and I'm watching them like he watching all these other kids. Now the bad part is every kid that ran past us seemed like they was having more fun than the last kid.
And then looking at them while doing it.
It was just ramping up. Like the fun was ramping up as each kid passed it. And he was sitting there like he was trying to hold it.
He was looking like Lil Durk.
That one tear, like Denzel and Glory, started to trickle. I can see it. I can see those eyes welling up now. He could look me dead in my face, and then I break it. Like he'll look dead in my face. I could be fussing, and not with the microphone. I could be fussing like for real, straight face.
My sister has a quality of doing that.
Affected him. It affected him. He was sitting there, and he was just like, and then the tears started going. And the lady that was sitting at the table with us, she was like, "He really can't play." No,
isolation, baby. No, man. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Read a book.
He had to come. He had to
read a book. You don't like what you see? Read a book.
He had to know that I was real in these streets.
Did he apologize?
Then it was this group of kids that came so loud, going to have so much fun. And then, of course, the three kids that we brought with us, they come back. We having so much fun. We out here jumping and twisting. What's wrong with him? For real? That's what y'all doing? Y'all some haters.
Yeah, right. They know what they're doing because he probably made fun of them at once upon a time. See, karma. All karma ain't good karma.
They weren't gonna hang with him. They was gonna go and go jump and go have some fun.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm talking about. I'm sitting there.
How long were you out there?
2 hours. I made him stay the whole 2 hours. Look, we were 30 minutes in, and he was like, how much time we get left? I was like, it's only about an hour and a half. You know, we'll be going pretty soon.
Jesus. That's a long time.
He had to see it. Like, I could have not taken him at all.
True, but no, that was a lesson he had to learn.
Wouldn't have had the same effect.
Keeping up with the Joneses, man.
I needed him to see it. I needed him to feel this. You see how you mess
real punishment. Right, it's like back in the day when you used to watch people outside the blinds. You can't come outside. You can't come outside. Maybe in front of the window doing stuff like that. You can't come outside. No,
they having all the fun. They loud.
So you watch TV through that window, like.
Look, he's sitting there wondering, like, why they so loud? They not this loud when I'm outside with them. that they super loud now.
All these damn cars speeding past you. Having a good ass time.
Listen, when I tell you I was sitting there like.
He just now.
Yes.
He'll never want that feeling again, though. Honestly, be like, just remember, be like, yo, you see what it feels like to not. Kids do not like isolation whatsoever. I don't care what age they are. Adults don't even like isolation. When they see it, listen to their face, it's like, they just going, yeah, absolutely, and more, yeah.
You asked for this. Like, you was out here doing what you wanted to do. That's what adults do. And so you see all these adults that's not jumping? Yeah. You hanging out with the adults right now. You're not jumping.
That's just like, you remember back in the day at recess when you lost your recess, they had the wall.
Yeah.
You had to sit on the wall and watch everybody play. That is literally old school. Give it up for Jay, everybody, with the old school tactic.
The punishment was real. The bad part was I felt bad for him. But I couldn't give in. I wasn't giving in. I will not falter. I was strong. Like I felt bad, but I didn't have that enough emotion to be like, you know what? I'll let you sit up there and watch them play, but you ain't jumping. You need to sit down here with me and just look at me. I don't even want you to have your back to the action. I want you to see the action. Let me slide to the side so you can see that action.
Shout out to people who have old school tactics when they're punishing their children because the man says you can't whoop them no more.
Yeah.
Shout out to the old school tactics.
When I tell you, when he got 1,000 years of death off on that little boy that caused him to get in trouble. Saturday was 1,000 years of death for him in 2 hours.
Right. Absolutely.
2 hours. I'm talking about, I watched the progression. I watched the progression of the punishment. It just like,
down to the foundation.
This is real.
You made an example out of that man.
Tears, full tears, crying in public. And I'm sitting up there like, what y'all gonna say? He earned this. He earned it.
What about life? We were in Target recently. First time was cutting up on us. You hear me cutting up. Cutting up.
Not at Target.
At Target, honey. This white lady thought it was a good idea. Now, mind you, her son's very tall to be 4. This white lady thought it was a good idea to stare at her screaming child. She turned around and said, "Do you want some too?" I was like, oh, we're in Buckhead, girl.
That's the $1 million question every time.
Do you want some too? He's a 4-year-old.
$1 million question every time.
And she all up 4'11", and the lady was just like, "Absolutely not." Like, see, absolutely, no,
no. on Friday side of the game. Hey, do you want some?
Nope.
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not.
Child, that poor baby. I know he'll never do that again. But shout out to the old school parents with the old school tactics, man.
Hey, you gotta think about it. I gotta figure it out. Because you know what? The weird thing is, like, real quick. So I had a conversation with some of his family about cartoons, and it made me think about. And I realized that cartoons.
They're not cartoons.
When I realized that these new cartoons are different. They got different messages from a different culture that they watch. Whereas the cartoons that we watched were from a racist culture. The cartoons that they're watching is from a culture that is not coming from a hypersexualized community in that way. So, like, from in the Asian side of the game, You're not necessarily looking at when they draw a cartoon and the girl got some big breasts. It's not
anime.
Like
yeah.
They're just drawing it. And some of that stuff, I'm like, hold on, no, you can't watch this. You can't watch this. This is why did they doing karate? Why does she need a banana and cherries and some big breasts? Like let pass? Absolutely not. This is too much.
Anime is a whole different kind of culture, man.
Yes. It's real.
They have the ones though, from what everybody's been telling me, they have ones that are very much educational bound, but then they have the ones that are just like, just for the anime of the culture itself. Just kind of like hit the borders, like, okay, now, what is going on here? This is overly sexualized. It's just happening. But then they have like your ones that are just like Pokemon and stuff like that. Rotu and all that. So I mean, it's a game changer. I literally have tried to watch this one. I think it was like the Black Samurai. It's on Netflix. I tried. Shout out to anybody who's into anime. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. I just can't do it.
I sat there. I watched the animated Batman, and it was so over the top with the level of violence that it portrayed. I was just like.
It be the blood, everything, blood everywhere. It be OD blood.
Mortal Kombat was like so far past what Mortal Kombat was on the video game, in which we saw people get spines pulled out and hearts pulled out, set up, burned up, and they thought that was bad. And watching that cartoon version of it, I was like, oh my God.
No. This made you. It like anime sometimes reminds me of what's his name? Oh God, he did Dustin Brown. What's his name in Kill Bill? Quentin Tarantino films. It be OD. It's like what?
way over the top.
Like over the top, if over the top was a person, literally OD every time. But I respect it, though. I mean, literally, I have like I tried to get into it. I just can't do it. But for kids at a certain age, you just can't do it.
Got to cut it off. Like I have banned anime from the house just because I would have to watch it just to make sure it's none of that and no busty. Because we didn't have. The grandmother in Tom and Jerry, the lady that was like Thomas, like she had breasts, but she was in
the mammy get up.
What call the joints? The one,
the mammy get up.
A duster. She was in a duster, yeah. But it wasn't sexualized in that way. Like
anime characters be looking like me on pool. Oh God.
Tom and Jerry, where a girl, like it was a cat that had the bikini. It was called like it was one beach episode of Tom and Jerry in which Tom was trying to work out and impress her. And
I feel like I know what you're talking about. It was like a cat and she had the polka dot joint on.
Yeah,
it was red and polka dot. Yeah.
That was supposed to be cat. That was supposed to be cat. If you pulled it to that. You was just eager.
Yeah,
like you was out here
to see some cat. Literally, it was a cat.
Right. That's it. But yeah, like to see all of that, all of the extra, like it's just a lot.
They have anime porn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I was like, y'all,
it's a lot.
Y'all.
I'm glad you went there. That's a great transition.
Oh Lord.
A great transition into. I was just scrolling through what normally I normally do not scroll through social media just because I have a level of social media selfishness that I post something and I kind of just keep it moving. If something catches my eye or I'm extra bored, I scroll, but it's never too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I just happened to see this baller alert post in which this married lady got invited to an Atlanta orgy.
Yes.
Which was it was 10 slides of her tweeting
about her whole
went
experience.
on. And it was interesting because I like my wife and I we went to a sex show which they were illustrating kink and
eroticism.
It was that which I realized that, you know, I posted a clip not too long ago from that show in which I was talking about like those were some elites when they had whips and electro wands and stuff like that. This was different. I feel like this is different.
I was like, wait, please, girl.
I get part of her justification. Long story short, her husband went. He had a job out of town. It was her birthday. He went. She got invited to this orgy. At the orgy, she said she felt weird. There was a whole bunch of people there, like 400 people there, all smashing.
Six.
And she got approached by this dude with a baby's arm, ding-a-ling.
She said it was like a chain.
It went from just him to 4. And it went from 4 to I had 200 dudes bust off in there. And I'm just like, wait. And condoms were optional. I don't know if she had to throw that in there. But condoms were optional. It was a 10-hour session in which she slept for 2 days.
2 days. And hydrated. And never left her house, y'all. Because she had to recoup from taking 200 penises.
200. She went from 4. She went from 110 to 4.
She went to 200. She went to the extreme.
In 10 hours. Shit. Hold on. I got to get my microphone back out for this. Hold on. This is going to be weird coming on. But
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Yeah. I don't know why she has that voice.
Your Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Why did you sound like that?
How you gonna be out here taking all of those ding-a-lings back to back? Like you was 200 ding-a-lings? What you doing, huh?
200.
That's a lot.
200. I mean, it might have been a poke.
Why?
I mean, unless you was doing 2 at a time. Yeah, 2 at a time. That's the only thing. Like double dog. That's the only thing I can think that was going on.
Double dog.
That's the only way I can. I mean, but then again, is she for the street or because she was given a hall pass to do so? Her husband gave her money to do so. He let her be for the street. Maybe she's never had a hall pass.
Jimmy said that thing is like throwing a hot dog down the highway.
Hey man, by the end of the night, but she'll get her snatched right by the time her husband got home. I want to know how her husband felt after that.
It's gonna be like throwing a golf ball through a hula hoop.
You know how small Atlanta is.
Oh, absolutely.
You know how many times she probably just run into somebody
that situation. Like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be like throwing a golf ball in a hula hoop. Like this is gonna be
Atlanta's so small because I done had some situations I ran into somebody and literally was with somebody else. I already know your husband's with you. You done slept with 200 damn dudes. Bruh.
200?
200.
So many.
It's like in my head when I read 200, I don't know why I started thinking like Smokey, 100, 120, 140. Smoking this $200. Stop playing with me.
How was she able to keep count though? Like she kept count.
That bitch had a clicker. Like the club owner. The security. Absolutely. Yeah. Woo, another round. Like I need to know what her rings look like on her Apple Watch. What were the rings looking like, sis? She probably quadrupled and just went overboard on the ring.
Well, it was 2 days, so she probably had like it was full
Literally
from 7 p.m. to 12, and then it was she already had a full days of work for the next day already.
I'm saying, good sis probably got a free Apple device after this because they were probably like, "What kind of exercise are you doing, ma'am?"
Yeah, that's some that's some mileage on her wolf. Like that wolf is.
He had to been high. He had to been high. Straight Percocet, something weed. I don't know. Sis had to been high. You start feeling like you can touch the sky when you high.
A ton of drugs.
Anything's possible when you
high. I don't even know. Like at that point, you just like, after a certain amount, you just getting pounded. Like it's
then
just,
again, like the 200 to her probably looked like a different guy each time. Somebody probably was indifferent. Somebody's probably been in the block again and again and again. So really, she probably had half. I feel like. I'm telling you, drugs had to be involved because there's absolutely no way. There's no way.
She said it was in a warehouse and it was approximately 400 people there. And so if you, I'm hoping that it wasn't like a full sausage fest. So at least if it was half, which is probably not.
Man, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. Like I was like to these people. I'm fucking 36 this year. What, bitch? What are you doing? You did this one night? You are wild. What?
There's no coming back from that because that's one of those things that it cannot be duplicated unless you go back. It cannot be duplicated. And like Dylan said, the level of Rona that existed in there was like,
I'm just thinking like, man, I need somebody to like they were there because I guarantee you somebody watching this podcast was probably there.
Jen said she was mad and feeling underappreciated that her husband worked on her birthday.
Yeah.
And so she was like, there's 200 dudes that appreciated her that night.
This was her getting back at her husband. This was her getting back at her husband. I bet you won't leave me by myself again. No, hell, he's gonna leave you. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's over. Like she tweeted this from her regular.
She got the hot ready.
From her regular Twitter account. So unless he's not on social media at all, like you'd be like, yo, dog, I saw your girl.
Somebody probably was already in his girl. Let's be honest.
You with Tiffany, right?
Why not? Damn, that's a wild night. Can you imagine if some of his homies was there? Ooh.
Look, he just walk up. They just walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Ralph, man, you know, I know you just got back in town, but you should break up with Sheila, yo." You're like, "Wait, what you mean? Trust me. Just trust me.
I still can't believe
if you ain't never trusted me in your life. Trust me now. You need to break up with her."
I'm just grossed out with the level of sperm anyway. Because I'm a spermaphobe. Oh my god! I was through
it. Does it make it okay? Like if the friend admitted it to him, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, I hit it. I was at this party. I hit it. But I wasn't the only one. It was me and 199 other people hit it too. So you can't really be mad at me, man. She was already smashing. I just figured I
didn't know it was your wife until she turned around, bro. I was already smacking the cheeks. It was dark. It was dark.
It was dark. It smelled like roses and incense and butt crack.
Jesus.
Like, I know it's sank in there.
Nah, they said it was burning essential oils and incense, according to her.
Yeah, she said roses and incense, but that probably was at the beginning. If you got there at 7 o'clock, it was probably roses and incense. At 8:46, it was probably butt crack.
Ooh. Ooh, for me. Shout out to people who do orgies. I mean, the people who put up pineapples in front of their yard, the people who put upside down pineapples in their shopping cart to let people know what's really going on.
In the living room doors and stuff like
man.
that. But speaking of,
I saw a couple on that ship when I went in February. I was like, ooh, y'all nasty.
Yeah. Hold on now. This is what we let's from y'all in.
The hoochie.
Hey, so look. If she got back and her dude was like, when she got back and her dude was ready to rock and roll, and I don't know their dynamics, but he read up and ready to go, and she might have to fake it because you can't duplicate this situation.
What if she's been faking it her whole marriage?
Yeah. Speaking of faking it your whole marriage, y'all hear that story about DJ Envy and his wife and his wife?
Poor Envy. He had to sit right there through that. Baby, I would have punched her in her mouth.
All dudes are blaming Jada right now. They're blaming Jada for all of this.
All the shit going on. Women just out overtly just coming out and saying things.
All of this recklessness is being blamed on Jada. Like, hey, you can get away with it if you just say it in public. say it out loud in public.
Yes.
It'll be all right.
Yes.
But why tell that?
She, some things come out like word vomit. She was probably thinking it, but she didn't even say it out loud. Because I'll never get, like I said, there was one time, like, my ex-boyfriend fucking passed me, and I saw you look 3 months pregnant, but, like, it was in my mind. I didn't know I said it was to hurt him, like, I was like, you look 3 months pregnant. Like, and it just came out. And that's his vision. I really didn't study, but you like, oh, shit, I can't take it back now. It's there. You can't take it back now.
You did not do that. Please. Just tell me you lying.
No.
Take it back.
Okay, and then the bad part is it was recorded. I was like, damn, girl. Did y'all know that?
I feel like you needed to. Like, this is something that needed to have. It needed to have been talked about before. You can't just come out and that be the, hey, the first 2 years I married, I was faking. Like, what? You was doing what?
Because that would have been the reaction. I'm sorry. What did you say?
He was probably sitting there like the face that I would have had would have been kind of. It would have been similar to the face Mike Tyson had when Robin Givens was talking about how bad and how bad it was to be married to Mike Tyson. Like, I would have had that face. Like, wait, what?
Oh. Well, she can't hear. That's not a good example. She can't hear no more. Not her ear.
Because, all right, I know. This is what I know. I know that sex is not the most important things when it comes to marriage. I know it does play a part. I know it plays a part. Okay. It's not the most important, but it plays a part. It's part of that whole equation. Like, it can't be trash.
To some.
To the single room.
Don't listen to my non-married ass. Continue.
But it can't. I know it's not everything. It can't be everything. But I know it can't be trash. Like, whatever percentage it is in your marriage, it can. I know it can't be it can't be trash. I know that whether it's the dude or the lady, it's not one of those things where somebody's gonna be like, yo, this box trash, let's get married. Or yo, this meat trash, let's get married. Like it's not gonna happen. Like
yo, that was triggering, but continue.
it's just not what it is. Like I know this, but at the same time, if there's a scenario in which there's a guy who has a mission to please his woman and he is not doing so, I feel like in most guys only do what they know.
Fact.
If it's like,
but then some men don't like to be taught. You could tell them around the moon to stop shaking you like this while they're trying to give you oral. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Don't do this. What is this? Stop shaking me. I feel like I'm in an earthquake. And then they'll go back to the show and they'll go right back to it.
Well, you must be, I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what you got going on, but maybe shaking has worked in the past. Like I'm getting ready to throw this box around. I gotta get this box.
No, the issue is this is at her end. I'm telling you, she got her end.
So I get my snack on
her end. And it just came out like words on me. Trash is sex. The sex was trash the whole time. It came out.
But when I say it's like I don't think so. I mean, she stayed.
She stayed because she loved him. You know what I'm saying? She looked past his shortcomings.
She stayed.
She looked past his shortcomings.
At the same time, once you decide to look past somebody's shortcomings, whatever it is, whether the head is black, whether the box is trash, whether the meat is small, whether the meat is way too large or whatever, there has to be some kind of conversation around like, hey, you know what? We need some help with it. We need some help.
When it comes to sex. I don't know why. Men are very, very, very defensive about that. They become very just stone. Oh shit.
No, it went off.
Yes, I was say y'all. But I feel like a lot of men stonewall because one, someone has probably told them that something they don't like, or it's probably the way that it was like the message was given, and it wasn't done. It was done in poor taste. That is just like they stonewall. And I said this a while back as a tweet. I have put that women like to, they don't educate, they dictate. And I put myself in that same situation because a lot of women, we dictate situations. We don't educate on, hey, let's try this, like you're saying, let's go to sex therapy. There's a way that you can say something versus just telling somebody, I don't like what you do. Right? Yeah. Because that's going to turn them off from ever wanting to like sexually please you. But what she did was out of line. She didn't do it like that.
Yeah, and I know, like in the beginning, like they have been together since they were kids, and for the most part, dudes know what they know, and they like, you know what? Hey, he watched pornos in order to try to figure out what it was that he's supposed to do. And in the pornos, he sees them. Hey, you know what? She out here making a lot of noise in this movie. I'm getting ready to do this to my wife. You know what? And unless she says, hey, you know what? If you are trying to get this from me, you should go slow. Because that's what I need. I don't need this. Not what Jada Fire needs from this other person. I know what I need.
That's trash.
That's what I need. And then there's like, you know what? I need you to beat it up. I want
kill me. Kill switch. Head on neck. Hand on frontal. Down the front or outside. Some people need that. Not everybody needs that.
So for some, I was back in the day. This lady told me, and she was like, "Listen, I like to be choked," and I was like, "Yeah, can't do that. Can't do that. You're not gonna get no choker from me. I'm getting ready to have to. If that's your spot, I'm gonna try to figure out.
Oh Lord!
Do you have a method? Is there an alternative method to the choking? Because I don't want to feel like if I'm enjoying myself and I'm getting my choke on, I'm no longer focused on maintaining my stamina. So I'm gonna have to give. So look, I'm getting my choke on and you having a good time. I'm like, I might keep choking, and next thing you know, you sleep, and I'm like, whoa, wait, hey, wake your ass up.
I had a situation that happened like that with a friend. Dead ass.
You got choked out?
Not me. No, babe. Not me. Ooh, babe, hold on now. No. But he was just like, this girl kept telling me to choke her. And she was like, choke a little harder. And he was like, yo, my hand's already big. Like, I'm 6'10". You're doing a lot. I'm choking her. And she was like, not letting up. Then the bitch passed out. And I was like, he said when she came to, she was like, that's the shit I'm talking about. What? He's like, I don't feel comfortable with that. He's like, I don't like that.
I almost called the police.
He was like, I didn't even know how to explain it. He was like, and then she was like, he's like, I didn't know how to explain it.
Now I want.
He's a black man.
She asked me to do it. No, listen. She asked me to do it before y'all get here. She's white
and unconscious.
And not conscious. So what happened? I was giving her the D, and she wanted some choking, and she told me not to stop, and I listened, and I think she might be dead a little bit. I don't know.
And I say, bro, why did you go through with choking her until she was dead? I said, now what if you would caught a case? Are you dumb? He was like, I was young, bro. He said, I had money. I didn't give a shit.
The explanation is never gonna be right. Like, yo, why you go to jail, bro? Well, I had choked the chick while we was smashing, and she died a little bit, and then she pressed charges. Her family pressed charges till she died a little bit.
I said, I know you peed on yourself. I know you did. Because I would have been, hey man, stop playing. Get up, man.
You go soft immediately. Like, it's like, hold on.
What? You playing games. Get up.
Baby.
Since her on. Take me to the king.
And that's when dudes just leave. Like, I'm out.
I just couldn't believe he did it. I was like, bro, why did you do that? Like, he's like, well, I was young and dumb, I had money. I said, yeah, you was like young, dumb, and locked the hell up. Whole career gone. You dumb. What the hell are you doing? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, died a little bit. Real quick.
She died just a little bit. She died a little bit, and then she told me to keep going when she died a little bit, and then I guess I finished the job. She asked me to. She didn't give me the code word. The code word was, ginger snaps.
I need people to really come up with code words for real. Like I played this game. I got this game called The Conversation, and if nobody else would do this, it's a great game. This is a game. The After Dark version. They didn't have a date night version. Don't play me like that, Jason. I got all and they have a couples version. Clearly, this one's wrapped up. I ain't got no date. Anyway, so but they're really great games to play because they ask a lot of questions and it allows you to like dive deep into a conversation. And there was one on there about choking people. And when I tell you my wife said to speak that damn car, she was like, listen, it's gonna be no. A lot of these questions are gonna be no in here. You guys should purchase the game though. You do that, it's Black Ops. That's all I have.
It's called After Dark. You can see it on Twitter.
No, it's called Tonight's Conversation, the card game. There's the Sexy 69 Ask Dark Questions, the Perfect Date Night, and the Connecting Couples Deck.
All of it.
All of them.
All of it. We got the three. It's set. 3-card set. Hey, before we get out of here, I want to talk about this Mike Tyson situation, and I think he's probably the only person that will be immune to that. Somebody else, if Martin Lawrence beat up somebody on a plane, or like DC Young Fly beat up somebody on a plane, they would be locked up right now.
His hands are registered. So how is he? Not
how is he? Not because you, for the same reason that you don't like most of the time, if you go to a zoo and
they grab you
and
the gorillas
like
stop.
Did you have your arm in the cage? Yeah. I was messing with it, and it bit me. Like you earned it, and apparently, like of all people,
Mike Tyson. That's what you wanted to do.
Of all people,
if he hit his wife, what made the hell think he won't hit you? Are you crazy? He knocked the sound out that bitch. You like, are you crazy? What?
Mike Tyson, I feel like Mike Tyson has a level of restraint, but he also has a level of unpredictability that's attached to him. And so the restraint is, I know that I can't just do whatever because I'm Mike Tyson, and these hands will cause a different level of damage. Unpredictability is also like, you know what? You say the wrong thing to me. Forget all this Mike Tyson stuff.
Or he just bite your ear off.
I feel like the airplane
brings out the worst
black people lately. I don't know.
Worst in people. Like it's a whole lot of stuff. Like
it brings out the worst in me.
It brings out the worst in me.
A little bit.
I like people a little bit. In general, I like people a little bit. That's it. On my terms, I like everybody. Outside of those terms, it's kind of hit or miss. I'm just being honest about it. But when I'm on the plane, and it came down to that, I got my window seat, and you walking down this aisle looking for somewhere to sit, do not stop here. I don't want you here. Look, if you out here getting sick on this, I got somewhere to be. Your family will be all right. Like it's like 4 people that I don't mind sitting next to me on the plane. 4 in this whole world.
Damn.
Other than that, I'm like, yo, fam, you keep your joint moving. Because I never had the best luck with that. Like, I'm not little. It's just somebody sitting on the aisle. I'm sitting on the window. I get the person
that want to
talk. I ain't trying to talk to you. I get the person that's bigger than me. I get the person that got a baby. And I'm like, yo, come on, man.
And everyone thinks I'm so talkative. Like, on a flight, I'm literally just headphones, mind my business. Like, let's just get to the destination. I'm gonna say silence on the plane, and then let's just don't talk.
I still feel like that person will see my headphones, will see my bud, make eye contact so that they can have a conversation. Look, I am not that nice. I'm semi-nice. Not that nice. Like You want me to take my earphones out, take my buds out, just so we can talk about where we're going? So you're going to Chicago, huh? Is this place stopping somewhere else that I don't know about? That was the plan.
Shit, I'm on the wrong track. Well, thank you for letting me know. Let me just
like anybody who gets to that point and they're like, oh, this one in Chicago. How many get off? Everybody before this point, like the agent, like instead of going boom, it should have been like, You in the wrong gate, fam. Your gate is C28. This is C13.
No, that was Dr. P. Me in February. They switched our gate and didn't tell us. We all sitting at the wrong gate until I looked up and was like, hey, man, they switched the gate. Everybody was like, what? Well, I said, y'all don't know say nothing. I said, y'all don't know say nothing. Literally. I was like, man. But I feel you though. Like, Mike Tyson, although he's Mike Tyson, everybody knows he's a heavyweight champion.
He's a heavyweight champion.
You have to realize he's still a black man. Oftentimes, black men, especially celebrities, are very much challenged.
We talked about this a few weeks ago.
I don't know why. You would think the most unpredictable individual would not hit you. He bit his ear off. Like, he hit his wife. Like, to where she has no hearing in her right ear. You are not. Like, that was the dumbest thing. Like, well, I mean, you show out. I show out where you show out. Going up.
They said they threw a bottle at him.
You're not gonna keep disrespecting black men and just because I'm a celebrity. I'm gonna let you get away with it. I'm gonna say that. Who's saying that? It needs to happen. Period.
Listen, you have to take that L. And the unfortunate part is he probably gonna sue.
He gonna look like Martin in the process. Lump.
He got his little 15 minutes of fame. I don't even know the dude's name. I wouldn't say it anyway. But you know, it's one of those things where it's like, come on, dude.
Know your audience.
Like, it's 10:30 flight. Y'all go to bed.
In the morning, like you doing too much.
Take a nap. It's a red eye. Take a nap.
You should be doing too much.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't even want to be bothered. Like, I'd be like, hey, cuz, like, you think you want to leave me alone?
And another thing people need to stop doing, and I can honestly contest to this, and I've seen it happen. Stop shoving your phone in somebody's face just because they're a celebrity.
Right.
You do not have a right for this. I guarantee you. That's probably how it's leave me alone. It's young fam. It's early in the morning. Leave me alone. You got two piece and you got a combo to go with it. Like you had.
He got a family meal because Mike was going in. Like he got a whole family meal. Like you thought you were gonna get this on the plane? Like you gonna get this on the plane,
look, buddy. Okay, and I'm still gonna turn around and sit in my seat.
You got a horrible friend because he didn't tell you, hey, come on back over here, man.
I'm keeping my face over here.
Come on back over here, Jeff. Whatever your name is. You about to, hey, he about to, dude, you doing too much. Come. That's mine. Bring your ass. Oh, hold on. Let me turn around. You about to.
Definitely. You provoked him. I'm saying stop throwing your camera.
He about to get beat up.
Stop throwing your camera.
Oh yeah.
You thought you was gonna shoot. At least his hands are slower now. Still pack a punch.
Nobody want to get hit with that old man strength.
Listen. He still pack a punch because he did like a whole combo. What was that? 2021? They had recorded him up against what's the name without being name? I can't think of his name right now. Little shorty.
He was training. He was doing some training.
Right, I recall it. And the punches was still hit because his trainer was like,
and it's like, yeah, no. You still don't want to stand around that. You don't want that smoke.
I'm
Don't
smoky,
nobody
just
really
don't
want that
need
smoke.
it. Just to say you got popped. Yeah, I remember one time back in my day when Mike Tyson punched me in the face. Who wants to say that? Who?
Him.
Who?
That one person. Most sensible human being is, hey, if Mike Tyson slapped anybody in your family, what would you do? What you think I'm gonna do? What you think I'm gonna do?
They slapped. Honey, there's nothing I can do. They are slapped. From here to Thanos. Okay, they're gone. Like, what do you want me to
punch
do?
my mama. What you think he gonna do to me?
Sorry, it's 10 o'clock.
He might hit me twice. Like, I'm not gonna win. I don't want to know what that feel like.
Thanos.
Like he did that to you with bare hands, like with a seat in front of him, like you made him mad in a different kind of way.
You know what's about to make me mad is these squatters upstairs. You hear this?
No, I ain't paying no attention to them.
Do you know I have no rights right now? I have a whole squatter upstairs. And they have more rights than I do as a paying tenant. I can't. I said, me in this apartment.
Stop paying the squat. Problem solved. Trying to help you out. I mean, it's probably not the best advice I can give you, considering that my profession, but kind of.
Well, considering there's nothing to do. I was like, shout out to Gwinnett PD who never does anything.
There's something you can. I'm just playing. Hey, before we get out of here, go ahead and get the plugs in right quick.
Well, no, if you're not doing so, make sure you're doing so. Follow your girl on Instagram. That's just beads627. And you can also purchase my beads, bracelets, and waist beads at www.justbeads627.com. Make sure you're following the girl's personal page at TRU627 on all platforms, because definitely I had a juicy story today on Twitter. So make sure you check it out. That's TRU627. It's on Twitter as well as.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who tuned in this evening. Y'all been dope. For everybody that's been commenting, we greatly appreciate it. And good people, if you're not already on the 710 the Slickville show, go ahead and do that on Facebook, Instagram. We also got a TikTok page where I'll be posting all kind of weird stuff. And y'all lucky I threw the microphone back there, because otherwise I would do this part in the microphone voice. But if you're not following the 710 Print Shop, 710 Print Shop, boom. We got these joints. You can't really split it. It's backwards on Instagram, but it's forward on Instagram, on YouTube, and everything like that. The 710 Print Shop, we got custom shirts, whatever you need, whether it's work shirts, whether it's just some other fly ass gear. Go ahead and holler at your boy. I can do it. I can get it to you. But if you ask me for something, hey, otherwise I ain't printing nothing. And if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, in real estate, go ahead and holler at your boy at J.H. Brown, the realtor. The one-stop shop for all your needs right there. I got you. Whether you're here or there.
Or squatting anywhere.
If you're squatting, that's that free real estate. I look, we'll put you on to some game. I'll put you on to some game. But like I said, we thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all are dope, man. Y'all for supporting what we do and being here every Monday. We're gonna keep bringing this dope material to you. We hope you had a good time, man. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. And until next time, we are out.
Bye, y'all. Take care, Jay.
All right, you too. Boom, 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 boom. AM broadcast, right? Yes, in the broadcast.